Hey, cycle breakers, and welcome to the Phuck That Bullshit Podcast, the original podcast where real conversations happen. Now, let me reintroduce you to the crew. Big Sexy Fred Turner, bringing big brother energy, grounded perspective, and the smooth, steady wisdom that makes truth easier to hear, even when it's hard to swallow. Brian G. Money Turner, cool in the cut, laid back until he's not, funny until it gets deep, and wise enough to make you laugh before he makes you think. And I'm Chanel No BS Batiste, licensed professional counselor, speaker, advocate, and your favorite no bullshit therapist, bringing deep reflection, accountability, and no BS compassion that invites people to think deeper, choose on purpose, and grow with wisdom. We bring in culture, empowerment, community, and we talking about the systems, oppression, and choice. We getting into all the challenges, accountability, and healing. We've got it all, even the topics some don't want to discuss, because all of it affects your mental health. Now listen, just like back then, these conversations have language and content that is not for the children's. This is grown folks' business, and it might make some grown folks uncomfortable. Now, while this show can be therapeutic, it is not therapy, nor is it a substitute for professional care, legal advice, or your own discernment. So if you need support processing, unpacking, or healing through anything that comes up for you, please reach out to a professional resource. PTBS was made for the cycle breaker, the truth seeker, survivors, overthinkers, black sheep, family scapegoats, healers, and anybody tired of pretending that they don't see, feel, and experience what they do. So consider this your invitation. The apple is on the table. The knowledge is there. The question is, are you willing to take a bite? You can choose to change your mind. We just want you to think. Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk. Welcome to the PTBS Phuck That Bullshit Podcast. And y'all see, I got a whole crew today. What's up, Brian B?
What up?
And I got Ashley, my girl Ashley in the house.
Hello.
And of course, me and the original crew.
All right.
G Money. And Fred dropped his big sexy for some reason. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he's not feeling sexy right now or something.
I always feel sexy, man. It's just, I'm not trying to attract no unwanted attention. I like being married.
That's true. Because you almost got beat up last week.
For real.
It's true.
Yeah, when we went off air, guys, he was in a lot of trouble. And we tried to save him. I don't know what happened after that, but
I'm still here, so I made it.
He's still here, though. You know what I'm saying? And as a mandated reporter, I don't want to know.
Yep.
Okay.
Facts.
Just saying. So, Brian B., how's stuff going on your side over there?
Chilling, man. Had an exciting day today and went out with the family and did a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm happy to be back behind the camera and behind the mic on other people's shows. I could mess up y'all house and then go home and just leave.
Wow.
Like
babysitting
the grandkids.
Okay, all right. It'd be like that then. Well, good.
Glad to see you back, brother. Glad to see you back.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking for you last week. I didn't see you.
Yeah. I took a break, man. I took a little bit of a break. But I've been back for like a month now. I mean, it's been amazing jumping back on the shows. I love doing this. And I soul searched and found out, I ain't going nowhere, yo. Yeah, we about to tear the roof off this shit for the next 3 years, 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever year.
However long it take, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take a break from a thing to figure out how much you love the thing, you know.
That's right.
That's all right. So we're gonna get right into our topic of the day. This is a part of our Me First Conversation series. It's gonna be a lot of woman-focused things. Leading to our Me First retreat and such. So we talking fuck that she should just know her worth. Bullshit. So this kind of came up. The retreat itself kind of came up because I was reading Bell Hooks' Communion. And as I'm reading it, she's talking about the patriarchy. She's talking about, because it's A Woman's Quest for Love is the subtitle. And I reached a point where she was like, we're all, and she wasn't just talking about women in this case, that we're all conditioned to self-abandon. What y'all think about that statement?
What do you mean by self-abandon?
Ooh, that's a good question, Fred. That's what we're here
Indeed.
to
Good
break
question.
down,
Good question, Fred.
right?
Good question.
So I'm gonna I'll start with the video that I did find that was short enough and gave a quick answer, and it's connected to women, but I think it applies for everybody.
Black women, let's talk about how we self abandon without even realizing it. Like saying yes to things when we really mean no, just to keep the peace. Hiding how we feel because we're always the strong one. Not speaking up for ourselves in our relationships or at work to avoid being difficult. Thinking your dreams and desires can wait until the right time, which never comes. Pushing through exhaustion and stress instead of just resting. Black women, it is time to start choosing yourselves. And if you're ready to do that, go ahead and drop a heart in the comments.
So
Okay,
that's a
yeah, I think that does apply to
yeah,
everybody.
and it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Right. And so I hear a lot of men often ask. They'll say that kind of stuff, and women will do it too. But I will hear men say, "She don't know her work. Why she was still with that nigga?" You know, and she on that job and she doing all this work. She doing all this da 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 da. She act like she don't know her work. She don't have to deal with that and this and that. And so there's a difference between your worth, your confidence, your esteem, all that's actually different stuff, right? And we don't recognize the ways that we self abandon, and men and women a lot, especially black folk, and it's all conditioning. It's all being taught that we can't, that we don't have that we can't do the thing, or we think we can do the thing, because that's the confidence thing, right? I know what I can do, right? But when it comes to value and worth, do I feel good about myself? That's the esteem part. And the worth is even deeper than that. I heard one lady say today, that's the root. Like the root of it is the worth. Do I feel valued whether things go well or don't go well? Right? Whether I'm doing the thing or not doing the thing, whether I'm with somebody or not with somebody. If you feel worthy of the thing, even though it's not happening, then that's the self worth part. Right? And I think people mix that up because we can't always determine our worth based upon what our actions are.
It's difficult. I get what you're
I
saying.
know, I
It's
know.
difficult. Ashley, you was about to say something?
Well, I was thinking a lot of the times we self abandon to conform for the masses, their safety in that. And so when we start to realize our self worth, there's a lot of negative feedback in that as well, and a lot of pushback because you're not conforming to what the masses are doing. So that was my thought process
Right.
as you were speaking.
And that makes sense. And I've even heard my dude say, he told a story about how he was in the gym and there was a young lady, she works out every day and all that stuff. When he had a conversation with her though, she was focused on what was still wrong, like, because she was doing well, body looks good and all that. And she's like, no, but I still got this pudge, or I still got this to work on, I still got that to work on. And then he's like confused and calling me like, how come like y'all don't feel good about yourself? How come like you don't love yourself, even though you're doing all the things, you still don't love yourself? My answer to everything is conditioning, because I know it's all rooted in conditioning, right? Do you ever wonder when you for the fellas, do you wonder when you interact with women, do you have to ever have that question, that concern about why, how is it that women continue to not feel good about themselves, even if they got 15 degrees, they still have behaviors that are different from somebody who has self-worth?
I mean, I think it's weird when it goes to just one particular category. Because it's funny, me thinking about this topic, like especially the explanation for this topic. The first thing I thought about was fighters.
Okay.
If you ever know like fighters and people who compete, and especially in like combat sports in particular, there's always something. No matter how good they are, no matter how much they're knocking people out, they're doing this, they're doing that. They don't focus on I'm the best knockout. I mean, they might say it to talk shit and
Right.
engage and be entertaining, but at the same time, when they're in the gym and they're like, "Hey, listen, my wrestling game is weak. My what's it called game is weak." I think everybody everybody kind of has a slanted way of looking more towards what I need to improve, what I don't like about my situation. Like that's more like the negativity is always louder than the positivity. I don't know if it's necessarily a women thing, like
No, I don't think it is. It's not a women thing at all.
yeah,
It's not a women thing at all.
it's more just people in general. Like, you know, when you know that there's work that you got to do, you ain't going, you know, you want to just think about the vacation that you're going to take all day. But usually the work that needs to be done is getting you to the vacation. And then once you get to the vacation, then you get back and you left all your problems. But now you got to revisit everything you still got to do or you left behind. So I think that just comes naturally with just progression. Like you have to continuously work. And I think that's why people who are being extremely honest, maybe they don't like speak on their value as much, but she knows she in that gym every day working out.
Right.
So I'm
But
saying
why
like
would
she knows she
feel
doing
like
something.
she don't have value and worth enough, even though she knows she in the gym working out.
Because sometimes you just got to make sure that you staying humble with yourself, and that continues your growth. In my opinion, I mean, I try to look at like, you know, how I think people, you don't always want to get caught up thinking that everybody is in a downward spiral. I think it's better to understand, like, sometimes people just enjoy the fact, like, hey, listen, I gotta lose weight, but I'm over here busting my ass in this podcast shit. I'll give myself credit for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a weird understanding, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It is. But a lot of when it comes to women, a lot of our worth issues and even esteem issues is historical, and I think it happens. Especially, and this is a Black people podcast, so we're gonna talk about Black people, of course, people. But I think outside of Black women being the most marginalized and disenfranchised and stepped on, next we got the Black man, right? And I think how we are treated systemically, how we are treated by society, like, and if you operate in patriarchal mindset, right, then women get stepped on. Like, we used to be property. You know what I mean? And I think that mindset still runs true in how the behavior is with a lot of people and a lot of men in connection to how women operate. Thoughts?
I can see that because in the, you know, like in the back, way back subconscious of the mind, I've seen Black people kind of placate to white people in position. Not yes sir, no sir, not to no extreme. It's real mild, but I see it happen. You know what I mean? Because and the fact that I never do that, and I'm gonna say I never do that, but the fact that I never do that is conscious. I'm not doing it naturally. I'm not doing it on purpose.
You have to fight to be able to do it, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You have to be
aware. Not really fight, but
well, when I say
I'm
fight,
conscious,
I mean you have to be conscious.
Right. Yeah, I'm
because
conscious that I'm
natural.
not doing it. So I can see how some you know, like historic, I don't know, I hate the word trauma, but historic stuff.
It's overused.
Yeah, historic buildup
really
has, you know, plays a role there. But you know what I always say, like I agree with B, it's a people thing, not necessarily a woman thing. But,
no, not by me.
But we on the woman.
Well, we just happen to be talking about women right now.
Women
right?
focused
today.
today.
We just focus this week, right?
But okay. But as far as the ladies, yeah, you know. But I think the example you gave about the gym situation, B really super cleared that up. I took all my damn words. Really, I should file a fucking lawsuit. But
where am
right. You got it. Like because B, for real, I like the way you said she may still be, you know, saying I'm not right here, I'm not right, but I'm in this gym every day.
She knows she know her shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
I guarantee you. Hey, yo, listen. This is where you get the balance and the fucking perspective from, right? It's when let the wrong type of dude walk up to her and start talking to her. Let the wrong type of dude, somebody who ain't in the gym all the time working on his body. I guarantee you, her self-worth go fucking through the roof. Then talking to him, she ain't gonna forget. Like, oh well, I'm not good enough in this. I'm like, nigga, you ain't up to stature. You better correct. So just be honest.
So a lot of the situation. Well, but for me, that would be connected to confidence, not work.
I mean, honestly, if you confidence and worth almost go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, but they're not the same now.
Yeah, they're definitely not. I mean, one is like what an actual trait, and the other one is actual what a thought process. I don't know.
So
Because
like
confidence is something
confidence
you can
would
fake
what
confidence.
you display outside, right?
Facts.
Because
Yeah,
we talked
you
a
can
few weeks
fake
ago about
confidence.
Lizzo, and I was like, I feel like Lizzo had fake confidence. You know, she sung all the songs, she did all the things, but her behaviors was contradictory to a woman who walks up tall with confidence, right? So it was a contradiction. So the confidence like you said, you could fake that, you could put that
You
out there in the
fake
street. But how
confidence.
do you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, and how you feel about yourself? Underneath that is okay. I have value and worth, whether I finish school or don't finish school, whether I got a man or don't have a man. Like I am still worthy of the greatness of the things.
Yeah, man. Lizzo's a good example. You know why? Because Lizzo was preaching, I'm fat and proud, but her ass ain't fat no more, right?
So now,
You gotta calm down.
You made some changes.
right. So what does that mean now?
It's debatable, but at the same time, it is like confidence and worth. I don't know if those are synonyms. Like, it's hard to kind of. People always think they know their worth, right? For the most part, maybe sometimes you're confused about it, but like I just said, like it's different. It is situational. When you're at that job and you working at that Burger King and you at that register and you like, man, I could be flipping the burgers. Why am I at the register? Okay, now do you know your worth? Are you supposed to be a cashier? Or are you supposed to own the Burger King? Like, when are you also honest with your worth? Like, how well do you know yourself that you just can place yourself in a pedestal or to the ground, that you can literally establish your true value? Because I think everybody goes through life with an up and down value level, just like a stock market, bro. Because you go through consistent change, growth, and work. And the person who's in the gym, who's trying really hard to eat well, Lizzo talking shit while she confident, she's showing it. But when she lost that weight, you know what I'm saying? And the truth came out and was like, oh, okay, so you did think that maybe there was some stuff that you need to work on. So your confidence was a little bit false, but you were confident.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's a weird conversation, yo. It's hard to pinpoint like exact, precise, correctness. So I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's very broad.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's very convoluted.
I like it.
Beyond 11:30, baby.
So I found somebody said that confidence is like externally and what's shown. So basically, can I do it? Self-esteem is like more internal. How do I feel about myself? And then self-worth is basically unshakable regardless of circumstances. So do I believe I matter regardless? So you can have high confidence and low self-worth. And that looks like I know I'm smart, talented, attractive, and successful, but I still tolerate horrible relationships.
Or bad jobs.
Right. High self-esteem in some areas, and then low confidence in another area looks like I really like who I am, but put me behind a microphone and I'm terrified.
Right.
Oh shit.
And I can relate to that one because when I got ready to start the podcast, I thought I was going to be on there by myself, and then I tried to do the intro, and I was like, I feel like a bumbling idiot. I'm in my head. I had to bring stuffed animals together to talk to them and all that. And I had a low confidence, a low self-esteem moment. But then I realized this is how my brain works. I'm an extrovert who enjoys dialogue, right? So I can't just talk to the camera. I need feedback. I bounce off of people and all that. So, I was like, y'all want to do podcasts with me?
Right.
And we've been rolling.
And here we are.
And here we are. right?
For real.
And my dude even used to be like, I understand why you not on there by yourself. Why you ain't doing the thing and all that. And I was like, because I like people. Like I enjoy talking to people and having dialogue. But y'all don't understand. You talk to me all the time. Did you hear what you just said? I talk to you. It's dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Then low self-confidence and then healthy worth can look like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but failing at it doesn't make me less valuable.
All real. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I know a person for every category.
Yeah.
I know an actual person for every category. You just said. But
Um,
I think, and I'm gonna make this short because I need Ashley to do Ashley. All right, but I think it's a mind state thing too, because I say this, what I'm saying, from rooftop to rooftop. Like, I'm my biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? So I have the mentality like, I don't give a damn if you like me. And as far as your example, like, somebody be nervous on the mic. I've been on the mic, Jesus Christ, since the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, I was always out front. You know what I mean? But I'm not there looking for kudos or awards or high fives or none of that. It's just, I'm gonna do me. And
Yeah.
you're gonna dig it, or you're not
Oh,
gonna
you're not.
dig it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm
It
just
takes
gonna
a
move
lot of
on.
people a long time to get to that point.
Yeah, man, I was doing it at 5, and I could tell you who pushed me in that direction. Michael Jackson. That's right. I was
Not
5 years
Michael
old. It was
Jackson.
1975. I saw Michael Jackson on TV and was like, I want to be like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Bet and bet. Let's see. Okay, I think women are under intense pressure to look a certain way, behave a certain way, speak a certain way, etc. We are taught to take care of everything first before ourselves and judged harshly. I concur. I
Then she
concur.
says,
If our children, spouses, and house don't look a certain way, the mother is judged for her inability to keep her family or space under control. Judged for every
Yes.
action.
Yes. I was
Judged for
gonna say I've been all of those people in various parts of my life, and it's challenging to think that like confidence and worth are separate, because the line feels so fine. When you don't have the confidence, you feel like your worth is low.
right.
And so you have to find it within yourself. But like what Brian said, if a nigga comes towards me and tries to tell me some fuck shit,
Right.
like
Like, what the fuck you
that
think I'm fucking
confidence,
to?
yeah,
Shit gonna
I'm gonna
flip
know my
immediately
worth,
like a
and that
switch.
for
confidence
real.
is gonna
Right.
go. It is gonna go through the roof. So it's a very interesting conversation. And like the commenter just said, as we were talking, I was thinking of, I'm a pre-K teacher, and I've had Black children, in my classroom. And when a Black girl's hair is not done
Mm.
versus a Black boy's hair that's not done,
Mhm.
um, the judgment and how that child relays how they feel to me is
Mm-hmm.
two totally different experiences. And it's like her self-worth because her hair is not done,
Mm-hmm.
and goes back to how you were saying the conditioning. And we're Black, we could say it's about
Yeah.
white presenting slick down hair and having it
Right.
look a certain way and
Right.
presentable, and
Mm-hmm.
non-threatening to non-Blacks.
Right.
Right.
She feels like her worth is not as good, and she'll want me to brush her hair, and I'm like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
your worth is not in your hair. It's not in how you always present yourself. These are 4 and 5 year olds that I'm talking about, and it
Exactly.
already is
Already.
starting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how to pinpoint when that confidence and worth can be untangled and be more definite, like compartmentalized
Mm-hmm.
emotions and feelings and situations, because I
Mm-hmm.
see it in my classroom every day.
Right.
Yo,
"Well,
that's
hold
really
on, y'all.
interesting.
I got another comment from Four Letter Word.
Okay.
Women are also treated like accessories and something that brings pleasure. Cooks, cleans the house, and we're in ends we're in ends to the means for procreating in the eyes of the administration. Yeah, and that's again that's the patriarchy.
Right.
That's
But
the-
I think that's household situational.
Yeah, because
That's-
that's not
that's
all
awesome.
of us.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because y'all are upstanding men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all-
It's a
y'all
lot
like-
of us, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think it's
We
a
need
lot
them
more.
on the forefront. We need them having the conversations because what we hear on Red Pill Talk TV and internet, is the opposite. It's the, well, if I go out there and work, then you need to be at the house taking care of all the stuff, right?
Right.
And it's not an individual. We gonna sit down and talk about how our family dynamic is going to work because we're partners, right? Sick fellas never say it's a lot of us. I believe it's a lot of y'all out there.
Todd, go sit down.
I was about to say that. Hey man, leave my nephew alone. He's one of
Y'all
the
get
good
mad like that.
guys.
That's wrong.
Shout out to my nephew.
And all
And
that.
you know what's crazy? Because that's my son. He know doggone well I was cooking, cleaning, making groceries, dropping off, picking up. You understand? I
Right.
ran the household.
Right.
So,
But think about
but-
what y'all talk about all the time, though. Auntie Mona taught y'all that. Even though she was working all the time, she still made sure y'all knew what y'all needed to know, and that garnered respect for y'all for women, right?
Right.
And all that. And I can balance this thing out, and it could have been because she was gone all the time. You was like, yeah, mama shouldn't be out there working all the time. Somebody should have been there helping, right? It could be a
Right.
combination of those things, right? And stuff like that. But everybody don't have that kind of foundation, right? Because she did a great job as a single parent,
Facts, son. Facts.
and all that, And then now y'all are teaching your sons the same thing,
Right.
but they got
Right.
a lot of fuck niggas out here, that
How
have
many men
bad
have sex?
mentalities. How many men have sex with women and don't ever try to bring her pleasure or ever
Damn.
think or want?
She sound mad, yo. Who you
Yeah, she
dating?
is. She is mad, and I don't blame
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. You sound mad. You
But
might need to
but
get
that's
a
real shit.
better
And
circle
I
around.
think I said so. I'm sure I said it on Beyond 1130, and I'm pretty sure I said it here. I spent the first 10 years of my life having sex and not having an orgasm. That don't make sense.
Yeah. See,
Why not?
That's a different show.
Why don't it
And
make
that's,
sense,
that's,
though?
I ain't gonna lie. That's a different show.
I mean,
because
this is
I ain't
where
gonna lie.
it's
There's so
self-abandonment.
much to say about
Here's
that.
where, but
Like,
here's where it's self-abandonment for me. I didn't require it. I still was sleeping with people without getting the pleasure that I needed. So that was still self-abandonment. I tolerated that.
I'm gonna get this on record. That's a good topic for another show.
It is. I'm
It
writing
should
that up.
be how, where, or when did men become 100% responsible for that? Yeah.
I don't think it was a responsibility.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
but and the reason why I
Wanting
say
to-
that is
wanting-
because that's not the first time I'd heard that. Like,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
what I'm
talking about
saying.
four
It
letter
happens a
words.
lot.
It's like, yeah, he don't even bring me to orgasm. But I'm like, how in the hell does he know? You know, he doing what he doing. You know?
But even outside of that, it's like it's one of the things where it's like, there's different reasons why you like people, right? It's like there's people who stay with people for different reasons, and sometimes, unfortunately, you wind up as somebody who isn't sexually satisfying you, but those other qualities are good for you.
Very
And then
true.
you find yourself, it's more of like a decision to where it's like, hey, listen, because I guarantee you, and on some real shit, Chanel, I guarantee you, if this motherfucker was failing at everything and then you weren't getting orgasms, he probably wouldn't have been around. Unless you were just like, fuck it, I'm
Not
taking
true.
what I can get.
Not true, because I had so low self-worth at that time. So I tolerated a lot of
Yeah.
shit. I dealt with a
yeah.
lot of shit
Right,
because
right.
I
That's
had low
definitely-
self. Y'all, and these two should have beat up a couple of those people, but I ain't let them do it.
Yes, that's on
That's
you.
your fault.
That's on you.
And
That's
and
all you.
again, and that's a great example because I walked into the school. It was like, don't fuck with that one. Leave that one alone. He ain't shit. And of course, out of spite for them, he approached me immediately. Right? I fell for a hook, line, and sinker, and got caught up in the okie doke. Right?
And we can't
And all
say
that.
no names.
No, you can't say no names.
We got to
I'll
change
tell
Getting
you.
us for defamation.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
But because I did not have, and again, environment, right? Because I went from Shreveport, I hit puberty, got this fat ass, and it was great, right? I was around other black people. We moved to Victoria, Texas, mostly Hispanic people. It was like I was completely unattractive, right? Nobody talks to me. I moved back to New Orleans. I'm fine as fuck. Everybody want me.
Because you're in New Orleans. We
Because I'm
like
in
them
New
big
Orleans.
fine women in New Orleans.
Exactly. So but because of my experiences before that, I didn't feel good about myself because it was externally motivated, and I didn't know how to feel good about myself when the environment says, "Girl, don't nobody want to date you. They don't want to look at you. You know, your ass is fat because you're fat." You know what I'm saying? Whereas in New Orleans, like, nah, girl, like, I like that. I like that
It's
girl.
called the big fine woman.
Right. You know, and all.
And
And
plus,
so
you was in Victoria, Texas.
exactly. But
Look at
my
that. See, Ashley, though.
but the root of that came from my mama. The root of that came because one summer I come to New Orleans. I chill at Mimi house. I chill at my other grandma's house. And that summer, I was eating a lot. Papa was bringing a lot of junk home. So I ate a lot of shit and I ain't move around
Yeah,
much
you
and
was
all that.
eating my shit. But anyway, we'll
Oh
talk
well.
about that later.
Oh well. So, but I went home chunkier than I left. Right. The first thing my mama said when I hit the door, she didn't say hello. She didn't say, "Hey, baby, give me a kiss." She said, "You fat." I can still see her face through the screen. That's how traumatizing that was, right? And so from that point, because my mom had a fear of being overweight that she projected onto me, right? Because she had times when she was overweight and she lost a lot of weight, all the good stuff, right? But then came I can't wear certain clothes. Then came she was controlling all the food. I kind of have a rice cake trauma, but they do still taste good. But there are certain things that I couldn't eat, right? And so there was controlling of the food. There was body shaming and all that, right? That came from my mama. So what am I to think when I'm out in the street? I'm fat, period. Right. And so it took me well into adulthood to come to a full acceptance of my body and what it is, how it is, and being okay with it and all that stuff. So that's the conditioning that I'm talking about, that I did not feel like I was fine as fuck until past 5, 10 years, right? And all that. And then when you get with dudes who objectify, right? And oh yeah, I'll fuck you, but I don't want to be with you, right? Or I'll be with you, but I'll be with everybody else, right? And all that. And so you start determining all of these interactions and stuff like that with the low self-worth. It don't matter how fucking smart I am because I'm fucking brilliant, but I also learned to downplay that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Chanel, can I ask you something while you're talking about this?
yeah,
I'm trying to word it in like a
just
fucking good
spit it
way.
out there, bro.
Just say
Spit
it.
it out there.
Just say
Just
it,
say it.
man.
I can
Say
handle
it.
it.
That's why you're here.
Listen, bro. Do you ever think that? And this is gonna sound fucked up, right? I don't mean
okay.
any personal. Do you ever think that one of the reasons why people battle so much with trying to understand like why things are a certain way is because it's kind of how it is?
I think about that a lot. Um, as a therapist and deeper analyzer, I know there's always a reason for something, right? I feel like there's always a reason that something, because there has to be, if we do a that's just how it is thing, then wouldn't everybody kind of like do the same things if there wasn't some things that were different in different people's lives? Because, a child that grows up and is told they stupid over and over again believes they're stupid, even though they're not. But if the important people in their life keep saying you stupid, then you start believing you stupid. It's
Some,
repetition. It's how we learn. It's how the brain works.
sometimes some kids they're stupid though.
Some kids are stupid.
Man.
No doubt, no doubt.
And I'm not trying to. I'm actually not trying to be funny, right? But it's
No,
like,
for real.
listen, I'm thinking about what you're saying right now because, like I said, like, all right, so my youngest daughter, she's she getting to a point like we homeschool, we do all this other stuff, right? So it's like she's getting to a point where she's getting old. She's 7 now, and she's got a little weight on her. She's by far she's not fat and whatever, but she got some weight on her. I mean, her mother pay attention to it. And we do things like, hey, we let her know, like, hey, it's time to start working out more. We're gonna start doing this. We don't do it like, hey, listen, you're get your fat ass up, and no, we're not turning it up on her like that. But we actively make awareness to, hey, listen, we want to make sure we're making better choices. We want to make sure that we're making better decisions when it comes to like eating, and we'll put it together. And of course, she wants snacks, she wants this. Like, hey, listen, you get one of those a day. That's it. You can't eat all that. It's not good for you. Blah blah blah. So it's like having her understand that at an early age, of course, in a healthy way. Like, I can understand how it can be unhealthy.
Right.
I can also see, and I've also heard of previous times where people saying like, hey, listen, my parents didn't let me eat what I wanted to eat when I was younger, and then I got older and I became a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Right.
But it's like, it's weird because when I was gonna say before what Ashley said with the little girls who were in the classroom with the hair not done and stuff like that. And it's like, where do you start finding your worth? Is your worth in your hair? I think the short answer is a little bit. I think a little bit. I think if you're going into class, even if there's nobody in the class, even if everybody in the class don't got their hair done, at some point in the comparison aspect, just because there is a comparison aspect,
Right.
you're gonna see whose hair is at least the best looking out of all the shitty ones. So it's like, I did a show recently about there was an article in the Tuskegee University
with the bonnets and thing.
They recently said, hey, listen, we don't want, we're cutting out all the kids wearing pajamas and bonnets and fucking everything, do rags. And of course, you go in the comments and you go and see different videos and people are like, what does it matter what I wear? I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. You know why it matters?
It matters.
Because perspective fucking matters, bro.
Yep.
At the end of the day, perspective matters. You want to talk about worth? The people who walk around and just, don't shower and don't take care of their upkeep, don't present themselves properly, don't speak properly, don't learn how to read, don't educate themselves, but still got the biggest mouth in the room.
Right.
Your fucking worth ain't as strong as I don't give a fuck what confidence you got. Your worth ain't valuable, nigga.
Thank
You if you want to be able to have value, you have to present yourself with value. And Chanel, that's why I was saying,
No, I feel that.
like, it's weird, like, right now, me, I know I'm way more overweight. I got a wife. I'm fucking fine. I don't care. My baby love me. But it's like, I know how I used to look. I know the fucking attention that I used to get. And if I had the same kind of work mentality where I'm like, yo, listen, I used to get it then, my worth is the same now. No, it ain't. I let myself go. I don't fucking look the same no more. I know I ain't gonna walk up to some of the girls that I used to be able to.
Right.
And not because I'm not confident, but because I'm just like, I'm real. Shit, I ain't taking my care of myself like that. I know I can't go up to the girl that's working out in the gym like, hey, baby, what's good, yo? Nigga, you see me?
You're right. Get on this treadmill.
Well, let me present the other side of that. Let me present the other side of that. That makes the assumption that women only want a certain type of man, because what if somebody want a big huggy teddy bear kind of nigga?
True shit.
They
That's
got
why you
plenty
go
of them
for
out
it.
there.
That's why you go for it. But at the same time, if she shuts you down and you act shocked, how fucking honest are you being with yourself? Like,
No,
come on, bro.
I know 100% what he's saying. I was looking at some pictures in the garage yesterday when I was going to school in Oklahoma, and I'm looking at them like, damn, I was a sexy motherfucker. I could roll up on anybody back then. But I'm like B. I'm like, I just can't roll up on everybody. And if somebody say, get your fat ass from over here, I'm going to be like, okay. And I'm out.
Shit. This girl gave me, listen, my wife and I got to be quiet, but I went to McDonald's the other day, right? In the fucking
Don't get in
daytime.
no trouble. Fred almost died last week.
Listen, bro. This little young chick that was working at McDonald's, bro, she came and hung back out the window and was like, so what's your name? And I said, when I tell you, my fucking head was like, what? You talking to me? Like, I ain't had that shit happen in years. I was like, I thought my wife was the only one that wanted me for that. But listen, I get shocked now. But before, yeah. But I know I'm honest enough with myself to be like, listen, I'm still, listen, you get to know me. I'll fucking persuade your panties off still, but I'm real, yo. I ain't in them same fucking levels no more. I feel like people need to be a little more honest, bro. Stop trying to. I get having high confidence because you want to make sure that you can still go after shit, but you do have to have some realism. And if you don't feel like you're in the place where you need to be and you want to be somewhere, then work harder. Take the fucking bonnets off and shit and put a damn suit on and make people fucking appreciate your presence.
Right.
Just saying, bro.
And I think with the bonnet thing,
you
too.
100% on that one, D.
The bonnet thing, too, like, again, and I'm going to go back to conditioning, right? Because I heard about the study that they've done before with regard to your clothing and all that stuff, where they had two groups. One of them, they got the same lab coat. Both of them, all groups, everybody got the same lab coat. Group number one was told that the lab coat was a doctor's coat. Group number two was told it was an artist smock or whatever and all that. And the people behaved accordingly. Right. And so that's the condition of it. The thing that you believe, the thing that you understand to be, that's what becomes. You know what I mean? So if you're going to school in a bonnet and you're going to school with your pajamas on, y'all know we ain't wearing no damn house shoes outside the house. You couldn't do that. Your mama beat your
Unless
ass.
they was Daniel Greens, but yeah.
Okay, Daniel Greens, that's different.
Daniel Greens.
That's not really a house shoe. That's a fancy outside shoe. You know?
That's player shit.
Fucking
But
your ass up.
and me and Fred talked about this a little bit yesterday about the same thing, that like, and when COVID hit and I was getting dressed from the waist up because nobody could see anything else, and not putting shoes on and not going anywhere, that affected my beingness, right? And so I had to get up and use the clothes in my closet and walk outside and put shoes on because it was affecting me. That the bottom half of myself said, we ain't doing shit, right? You know,
I just said all of this. I just said that exact. Me and my wife, like, we said the same thing. I was saying how, like, I got comfortable for a while. I've been working at home, doing this show. I don't gotta leave my fucking house. I wasn't shaving. There was a lot of shit I was just kind of letting go. I'm like, I'm home. I was in my drawers in every fucking podcast interview I ever did.
right? Me too.
But then,
Now
like
I
you
feel
said,
awkward. I saw some of those podcasts.
Now I'm wondering.
half the managers and shit you talk to every day and supervising presidents, them motherfuckers all in their drawers, bro.
Everybody
But it's like you don't understand what you're missing from that. You don't understand. You know how it is as a man when a man goes to the barber shop and gets a fresh haircut, and that feeling, just like when a woman, I can imagine when a woman goes and
when
gets
you
her
get your
hair
hair
done,
done,
spend $150 fucking dollars. You mad about it, but you look good and you feel good, and that energy is fucking projecting on everything you do.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can fucking bitch about, oh, I should be able to. Just shut the fuck up and put a better outfit on and present and see where it gets you.
Right. And I think people think that it should always come from the inside out and all of that. And sometimes you got to work from the outside in. I get up every day and be intentional and put my little eyeshadow on because it makes me feel good.
There you go.
And it's not specifically for other people, but it makes me feel good. And I think that's the transitional space right there where it's like, am I putting this on to be presentable for others, right? Or am I putting this on because it makes me feel good? Because I like my eyeshadow.
That's your worth right there. Yeah, that's what I would think if I was categorizing your worth. What do you do for yourself? How often do you read a book because you like, listen, I want to make sure my intelligence is good, instead of always having other people, like, and just saying in general, like, other people determining like what's good for you. Like, how often do you get up and say, listen, I'm gonna plant a garden, so I'm tired of eating this nasty ass shit from these grocery stores? Like, how often are you doing that for yourself? Like, how often do you really have self-worth and you're not just trying to have it represented as worth? Like,
right.
Yeah, because I mean, from the woman perspective, since we're trying to keep this in the woman perspective,
Thanks, Fred.
me personally, I feel like women compete with each other too much. Like,
You know where that's rooted? You know where that's rooted?
do I know where that's rooted?
So
Yo, where's it rooted from? I'm curious.
So the competition between women is patriarchy, guys. So if, and I'm gonna take it, and I got actual, I talk this is firsthand understanding too. Dear Mimi's mama, right? Had a talk with me one day and said that she married Big Daddy when he was, the fact that they called him Big Daddy is another one that just dawned on me. But that she married Big Daddy when she was 14. She was 14, and you know good and damn well he was grown, right? because if you waited until up to 16, you was an old maid and you couldn't get married. Nobody wanted you, right? So that's rooted in, and being young means you're once you get your period, you could procreate, so you good to go, right? And all that. So I want to, as a man, I want to procreate. I want to make more babies. I need somebody to take care of the household because remember, women back in the day did not have rights. They couldn't do anything. Mimi had rights, but she still didn't have no driving license because of condition. That's what they like. She couldn't do all the things, right, and all that. So because of lack of access to the things that we could have had access to, it's once we got access, we started doing shit. But when we did not have access, then that hindered the progress and the process of that, right? So let's imagine the only way I get taken care of is to get the man with the money, right? And fathers basically sold their daughters to the highest bidder so that he can get the family name and sharing the riches and all that kind of stuff, right? And so then that's competition. I'm being groomed to be married, right? And that's an underlying source of self-worth and self-esteem. I don't want that dude, but my parents say I got to marry him in order to bring the family up and we need to elevate.
They still do that now.
They absolutely they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely they
got
do.
some
But think
places
about
where they still do
the
that now.
value that's placed on you. There's monetary value placed on you, right? Because you're going to get the family, whatever. But you marrying some fucktard, that don't give a damn about women, and all that stuff. So, but it becomes competition and all that because now I'm seeking out who can help me live, and all that. So if she's prettier than me or more traditionally attractive or she has something in her family, whatever, like, so now I'm trying to be whoever, the best, whatever I can be, right? In order to get that, there was a means of survival. That's survival for women.
Okay,
Right.
so what would the excuse be now? Because there's no need for the need for
Subconscious.
survival's not really there because
Subconscious.
y'all got
Well,
more
stop.
beliefs.
Shit. Just stop.
Brian, that's why we have that conversation because it's not as easy as just.
I get, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that it's not easy, but I think that the big question, the big conversation that needs to happen over and over and over again in the women community, you know what I'm saying, when y'all girly, is to just stop that shit.
Yeah.
And because the thing is every man, if you live in the night world. Not, I'm night ward till I die. So if you live in the night ward and you perusing in your environment, you're not gonna meet a millionaire. You're gonna meet a regular ass dude work for sewage and water board, making regular ass dude money.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So there is no hierarchy. But I know what you mean because I recently, like my wife, I need help. My wife made me watch Bridgerton. You know what I'm saying? So I saw how that shit go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
and I get that
right.
And not even was a thing. Still is a thing.
Is a thing.
It's
right.
not.
Right.
Even in the black community, it's a thing. It's just not as broad.
And it's not in your face like it was direct, right? But there's still the underlying premise of the same thing. This is why these little young girls got this mentality, oh, you got to have 6 figures, but I don't have to have nothing. Well, back in the day, they had nothing and they wanted 6 figures. Now, do I think that's absolutely wrong? Absolutely. What the fuck? But because you got access now.
Right.
You can't get a job. You can't do the things. So it's not the same situation and all that.
But that's they are misinformed. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's important to point out.
They're completely misinformed. Like because I was talking to this young lady. She was saying, she said, B, I told him what he bringing to the table. I'm like, don't you? I said, you 35 years old. Don't you live with your mama? You don't even have a fucking table. You know what I'm saying? So the fuck are you talking about? Right, you're just repeating what you heard. Yeah. So I think some of the confusion is there too. Like when these younger girls are saying, like, I need a man with 6 figures. Well, it's because they heard somebody say.
They heard somebody saying that shit.
They heard somebody else say that shit.
It's really not connected to.
It.
Yeah, it's not so much connected to the other things. It's connected to their thing. Their thing started on day one. Now maybe the way they heard it came from the rest of that. But I think for a lot of them, if it's fashionable to say or fashionable to do,
trendy.
yeah, they just do it. You know, I think majority of women under 35 who said what you bring it to the table really ain't know what the fuck they was talking about. They were just saying some shit. You know
Because
what I'm saying?
my reason for saying that, because there was a time when women wasn't competing against the next woman, when they were all like, oh, you know what, we all going through the same shit, we gonna work together to try and build this shit up. It was a
When was that
time
time,
when
Fred?
70s,
Exactly. That's when we band together
70s,
as a community.
60s,
60s,
70s, early
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all stopped right when I was born. 'Cause I don't know. I don't remember. I had to think. Like,
Oh yeah, it all stopped
been
because
missing
then, yeah, because then that's when
Right.
you had to, the thing was you had to find a nigga with some money. So at that time it was the dope man, but now you chase after the imaginary 6'5" guy that make $500,000 a
Right, and
year.
these are imaginary people. You know,
Yeah,
even when they
they're not
describe them,
realistic.
it's like
6 feet tall and 6
Yeah,
years
they're 1% of the population of the world.
of the world.
Period.
some true
I
shit. Yo,
think though, I think those types of girls are also trying to find their worth externally by saying that type of stuff,
I think so too.
fact.
and they don't even realize that's what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're just
Right.
regurgitating bullshit, right? Like they don't realize that,
No.
but what they're seeking is worth through a man, and
Right.
that's not necessarily what they should be doing.
Hell no.
But
No, because just like Brian said, I knew somebody. She had a bachelor's. She went back and got a master's. She making 6 figures, but she still wanted a dude that made 6 figures. And
A master.
her reason was so that their money could work together. But in the same sentence, she said she didn't want to have to spend her money.
See,
So I'm like, oh, so
Yeah, that's
yeah. So I'm
You know
like,
what? Next
oh,
time
so
you see her,
just-
tell her I said that shit sounds stupid as shit, and she
No,
called
'cause
me my
that's-
number 555.
I already told I already told her that, dog. I told her that. I was like,
Oh
so
my
you just
God.
so you just looking for a nigga so he can spend all his money on you and you don't have to spend a dime. So when you get tired of him, you leave him with everything, and now you can tell all your friends how you fleeced him out of all his money.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's another big part of it too. Yeah, because there's a lot of, I think, like we were saying before, like a lot of it is just social interaction. A lot of it is just trendy. But there is like, man, I think that's also a problem with like, some of the worth conversation. 'Cause I feel like people really don't have a healthy, reasonable like relationship with themselves
right.
when
They
it
don't.
comes
Yeah.
to certain things. Like you really to be able to say something like, hey, listen, I don't have a car, I don't got a house, I don't got this, but this man should just have it for me. And not to be mean, but if you can say that despite every like kind of look, you don't do your hair, you overweight, you ain't healthy, you got 5 kids, but you still expecting like somebody to come over like fucking Prince Charming and put the slipper on your foot. Like, I get it. That's worth, right? Like, you should have high confidence, right? But let's be fucking realistic. Like, you're trying to chase a fantasy. And the same thing also with, hey, listen, if I make 6 figures, he better make 6 figures because he still got to take care of me because that's just what it is. If you constantly just chasing somebody for their fucking material gains anyway, you already fucked. Because at the end of the day, you can get that person, and I'd say fucking 20 times out of 20, like they're going to be the worst thing for you. The only
Right.
thing that may match is going to be them fucking bank account numbers.
That's all
But
that's
everything
gonna
else,
Yeah.
you just wasted your time and your effort, and you passed by all the fucking magnificence that would have brought your life presence and meaning
Absolutely.
and success because you chasing shit that don't even fucking matter. So yeah, people just goofy, bro, at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
and need stuff of social media because it really ain't doing shit for them.
It's brain rot. That's definitely brain rot. It's definitely
Right.
brain
Like I
rot.
finally watched tonight's conversation. I never watched it before
Oh
because it
You
no!
was
never watched
popular.
that?
Yeah, I don't do what's popular. If it's popular,
Right.
I'm like, nah, I'm not
I'll be like
interested.
that too, Brian.
That's why I don't have an iPhone. You know
Me
what I'm saying? Android all day. But I finally watched it, and it's that trash shit. It was so trash. I felt like it was scripted, and I was like, these people are doing people an injustice because I watched the whole thing, and I was like, these people gotta be paid actors coming up to this microphone. Maybe not all of them, but at least 50%. You know what I'm saying?
About?
But tonight's conversation, it's a podcast, but they live on stage and shit.
The good people that used to be on
it's trash,
Yeah.
you know, just so you can have your own real opinion. It's
trash.
too, because it is trash because it's too much
Because
excitement.
I've never seen the whole thing. I've saw snippets of
Like
it.
snippets,
I've seen the
Because
clips. But
the
I
good
never heard of it.
the good people that used to be on there are all gone. They all left, and like the brother with the beard, I forgot his name.
I saw when I saw
so they
he
got
had
him.
his own
Yeah,
shit.
he left. The little dark skinned chick, the real religious chick, I think she barely comes on now. But yeah, some of the stuff that these people come up there with, like, I cheat, my husband here, and now you gonna confess like, I cheated with so and so and so, and then all the bullshit answers that they give is like bullshit.
Right.
So,
but I mean, I brought the podcast up though to say, I think a lot of our self-worth issues, we're trying to focus on the ladies. So I think a lot of the self-worth issues are rooted in other things. Like that. That's a fact. Like I know a kid who believes he's just dope boy fresh because his mom keep telling him he dope boy fresh, right? Yeah, and how I would always say about boys and their mothers, like that's your first love. That's the first woman that constantly gives you all this positive. But in real life, he is not fresh at all. Like not at all. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that he. Looking at it from the lady's perspective with the attachment of this negativity, it's like if just in reverse, if that important person in your life is telling you ain't shit, and then you believe you ain't shit, you carry yourself like you ain't shit, right?
Exactly.
Just like this little boy believe he is the shit,
right?
while looking like shit. You see what I'm saying? Like I get the power of that influence,
Right.
but you have to go beyond just what people say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, how do you see
Do
yourself?
your own research. You gotta do
Period.
your
And
own
I'm glad
research.
that you mentioned that because that follows Brian's concept. Like if you know that you dress like shit, that you're not the shit, but you can have as much inner worth if you want to, but like you're not gonna get nobody like that, right?
Right.
If that's what you're seeking.
And for real, this is my advice. The reason why I am me, the way I am me, is because one day I looked at me and said, I'm your biggest fan. And I meant that shit. And I stood on that shit since 1996 all the way up to today. It's like I'm a bust my ass for my family, always have. But I am always included in my plan. You know what I'm saying?
And that is
Tell
what
my
you
wife,
have
don't
to
tell my
do.
wife that shit. She gonna give me. Let me tell you something.
I'm hoping my wife don't watch this podcast.
She be listen. She be getting B. What
If your
you
wife know
just
you the shit,
said.
stop playing.
I'm telling you right now. I say that shit. My wife will say some shit. My wife does have the characteristics, and she'll tell you herself, like she's always trying to put everybody else first, always trying to make sure she's good, and that everybody's good. She won't take care of herself at all, and it's a weird thing, like having the knowledge, like, oh, if I wanted to, I could completely abuse the shit out of this relationship. I can completely just make everything circulate to work for me. Shit, just a minute ago, I gave her a monitor and I was trying to take it back because I needed it because I got a new one, but I wanted to switch it with her. And I was like, baby, you good? I got to say that shit 50 times, yo, because she'll say yes to anything, even if she's not good. Babe, are you sure you good? Give me the shit. And it'll get to a point where I'm like, man, fuck it. I'll just deal with it because I don't want you to just accept something.
Right.
And I try hard to do that shit because she'll try to give me the shirt off her fucking back all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So it's interesting that like people who have that kind of mentality, it's hard to like for them to, you know, do for others. So you don't want to be caught up in that situation. So that's where I kind of learned it from. Like I have to try to be the best person that I can be, you know, so that I can help take care of her, but I'm still looking out for me. When it's time for me to do my shit, I can still say, okay, everybody get the fuck out of here. I've said on the show a million times. It's my turn now, and be fine with it. Because I know I'm doing my part.
Women don't do that though.
Yeah,
we don't do that. We don't do that.
They don't.
And I think there's the line drawn right there because y'all have the ability to be able to be like, okay, I'm gonna take care of things, but I'm included, and we tend to abandon everything that's good for us to take care of everything and everybody else.
Right. And that's what y'all need to focus on. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Gotta take time for yourself, yo. You have to take time. You gotta take that nap. You gotta take that whatever. Like
right.
She just started going to Zumba and all this other shit because you
often
need to
the value and worth is rooted in that from childhood. That's a condition that's learned for us. We are raised to get married, to have babies, take care of other people, nurture folks, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? A good woman or a good girl does this, and this. So when you step outside of that norm, you're shamed.
I believe that. I believe that because it took my wife like she was, I don't know, I almost was angry. She was like, I come home from work and they ain't nothing, you don't leave me nothing to do. I'm like, well, what the hell?
We don't know what to do with that.
Why you mad? Yeah, you right.
I was like,
that's
right.
true shit.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Attach that to who she is.
Right. And I was like, I said, you know what you could do? Sit down and relax. Yeah, I work from home.
Go play the
damn
game.
right, dinner done. What you think I'm gonna sit? I'm gonna sit on my ass till you walk in the door so you can cook? No, you know, eat this goddamn baked chicken.
I had one like that sat on his ass and let me go to school and go to work and come home and still do all the damn things. So again,
no,
Ashley understands too.
No,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Ashley too.
Oh, y'all
Ashley
pick
too.
wrong. Y'all pick bad.
Yeah, you can't
That's why I said I've been all those people that she listed off. I've been there. Like it's a fine line for women with the confidence and that worth because it's tricky. We don't know how to turn off being a giver, and if you're a caretaker,
the nurturer,
yeah, like we don't know to do that to ourselves. It takes a damn near slap in the face or a tantrum of nigga, why you didn't leave me shit to do in this house, like for you to tell her I'm here for you, and then that's a wake up call for us, but it does not come naturally most of the time.
Well, let me ask you this. When it does happen, because I've had that problem too.
Right.
Y'all don't know how to turn it off. But when we sit there, pour our hearts out to you saying, hey, look, I'm here. And y'all standing there in tears like, yes, I understand. I hear you, baby. Yeah. But then y'all turn around and do the same shit.
Because that's how conditioning works.
Yeah. We gotta practice. You know, we gotta practice. We need some grace and a learning curve. But yeah, we still don't
on y'all's heart.
Fuck shit of still, you know.
Yeah, because that's in the back of your head, and a lot of times, even if it happened when it starts to happen, and you start receiving that, like you don't believe it.
You don't.
You don't. Believe it.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
We do not believe it. We do not believe it.
Yeah.
We think you just said it just to get some coochie or some shit.
Oh,
like
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
We don't
You
believe
know
it.
what? And that's a whole nother show too. But y'all niggas
Yeah.
get off the
Yeah.
coochie thing because
Yeah.
real niggas ain't
That
out here
shit
chasing
don't work.
coochie like that. It's
No,
very
They
we
really
easy to
aren't.
get.
Unless they're like
You know
18,
what?
No.
But that's what
16
we're.
to 25, maybe 25.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
about it.
after 25, you,
Niggas do not
you
care.
ain't chasing after that
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
our first thought, though. Is like he just
That's
said that
crazy.
shit. Like he just wants
Y'all
to
let
shut
Erica
up, or,
Badu
like,
psych y'all up.
yeah, we don't believe it.
all the toys and power tools and shit
Right.
they got now for everybody. Listen, bro, I'll give me a pizza and be fucking fine forever. Don't trust me.
Look, so sometimes we
But like
just
you just said yourself, that's after your frontal lobe has developed, right?
Yeah,
At
it really
25,
is.
26 years old, then you realize pussy is not a be all end all to any
Right.
all the things. Like it's
Right.
great, but it's not everything, right?
Right.
And stuff like that. But we still, because of the conditioning we have of find you a man, girl, find you a good man. Girl, because you're not married yet. Like, cause
Why? What's wrong?
What's wrong? Why?
Wow.
Why you not? You're not having no kids. You don't want a
Why?
kid.
What's wrong?
Yeah, what's
But let me
wrong?
ask you this: Do you is that like you hear that more so from other ladies? You know, like in your circle or whatnot. Wow.
It's the women above you. It's the women.
The elders.
And that's how the
Right,
conditioning
right,
gets passed
right,
down,
right,
right? And all that. Like, man, let me tell you something. I used to love to climb me a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like that tree in front of my yard. I used to be up in that sucker. The
Just
moment
climb,
I started my
climb.
cycle, my mama said you can't climb trees no more. What the fuck happened? What you mean? Because she was concerned about my womb getting injured and I not being able to have children. That was the concern.
yeah.
Now you gotta act like a girl,
Yeah.
right? And all that.
That's
right?
valid. That's some. Listen, I'm the one
Yeah.
that's so
I'm saying it is
wrong though.
valid,
That's
but
some
what is
valid
the-
shit.
It is valid, right? I'm not saying it's not valid, right?
Yeah.
But the meaning that's attached to it though, right?
Why
Because
can't
I'm
you?
and
Your
all-
balls hang. Why can't you be on the tree? Like
Right.
I mean, I never would tell. I
And
never
they
would tell
probably more
anybody.
sensitive than our womb is, right?
Climb a tree because my
You know?
pussy is.
Yeah.
like,
You know
Mine's
what I
are
mean?
way
But
more
like-
sensitive than a woman.
And they don't like that.
I hit
Man, I
that
ain't growing with
tree
no
there.
kids, so I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I didn't even know there was a thing, so I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
But
But,
that's what I
This is
mean. Like
educational.
you guys don't get told those types of things, and that's why I brought up my classroom, because that shit is told to 4-year-olds. It starts even before that. It probably starts at home when they're 2, and like I've heard a disgusting amount of times of how a little black girl has a big butt, and I'm just like,
And we can even talk about that because we also get sexualized
super
way
sexualized.
early, right?
Wait, like
Way early, and then the onus and the responsibility, and we talked about this on Beyond 11:30 before, is put on us. Go change your clothes for so and so. Come over here.
Oh, I watched that episode. I do remember
Yeah,
that.
I did watch
do
that
remember
episode.
that.
I
do that to
couldn't.
my-
Like how you couldn't
I
climb
can't- I can't
trees.
fuck
I
with you.
couldn't wear a skirt. Once I had hips and ass, I couldn't wear a skirt.
Right. Because
They
the
didn't even say
onus
put the
is put
shorts on
us.
under it or
Your
anything.
lives
like
are
that.
terrible.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I have there's similar shit that I do with my daughter, but it's not like I don't know. It's weird because I don't know. Maybe because like maybe you guys are like showing me like maybe I'm doing shit wrong too because
Subconsciously, you don't know.
there's some things
because
that
it's in
I
good.
try to
it's in good
protect.
heart. Right.
Yeah.
Listen, but this is the thing though. I do it with the intent of knowing, like, yo, there's some weird shit out here. So I'm gonna do my part of making you understand, like, hey, listen, you should maybe, dress presentable. I don't want my little 7-year-old walking around with her ass hanging out. That's reasonable. You
And
feel
it
me?
is.
Like, you could wear shorts under your skirt. You can still wear a skirt, but let's just do it reasonably. Let's not sit down because you don't have as much sense of when you're sitting down to protect yourself when people aren't
Yeah,
looking at you
that's-
inappropriately.
Right.
Yeah,
Totally
that's not what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm saying once
Right.
puberty hit and the curves came in, you can't wear a skirt.
Period.
Well, my baby gonna be in a body bag when she gets. So I'm telling you right now, and I don't mean she's gonna be dead, but she just gonna be. That's gonna be wearing like a Halloween
Hey,
costume. 'Cause ain't nobody
Hey,
talking to my
wait a
baby.
second. said.
Potato sack. Yeah, that's better.
B gonna
Whatever
put that
covers
girl.
all that shit.
B gonna put that girl in the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bottom line, like
Yep. She
the
gonna be in
fact
a
that
Black
there are
Panther suit
creeps
all
out there.
day. Yeah.
But there are creeps out there, right?
Right.
And we're
Hell yeah.
supposed to
Right.
teach our young folks because I remember, Nay has my top half, Bray has my bottom half, right? And stuff. And so I always be like, you gotta have titty and booty responsibility, right? You just can't be
True
like willy
shit.
nilly throwing it around like that and all that. And that's why I say, it got split up between them because neither one of them could handle all of this at the same time, right? And so because of that, I used to explain to Nay, she's like to wear, especially when we was living in Minnesota, she used to like to wear tights. And I said, cover your butt with a shirt, right? You can find a nice shirt and cover your butt, right? And all that. But I would still tell her, like, you have every right to wear what you choose, and it's not your fault that I'm telling
Yep.
you to cover because you look nice, baby. You really look nice. It's respectable, right? And
For
all
real.
that. However, there's some creep little boy out there whose parents didn't teach him nothing, or he got some other issue, whatever it is,
Right.
but he's going to feel entitled to your body. He gonna touch
Yeah.
it. And that's
That's some true
exactly
shit.
what the fuck happened to
Yeah.
him, right?
That's
And
some
I was
true
like, and
shit.
again, that's not your fault, but this is the only way that I have to protect you from that is to keep the visual stimulation away, right?
Right.
Let him imagine what's under there, because when he see it out there in the streets, he feel compelled to reach for it, right?
Do you want to know
And
something
then-
else to go along with that, Charnel? And this is something that I've had a lot of conversations about as well. But it's like it's real, so it has to be discussed. The people who decide to prey on what they feel is the weak, and when it comes to women, a lot of the times, like you just said, there are people who feel like, hey, this man is strong. I wouldn't think about trying to approach him or attack him or do anything that's going to try to make him attack me.
Right.
But when it comes to a woman, then everybody gets brazen. Everybody gets this feeling of like, hey, listen, I can
Yeah.
do this with no repercussion.
Right.
So with that comes with the responsibility of understanding that that shit exists, yo.
It exists.
And you have to portray yourself in a manner
In a
to where
particular
you can
way.
understand that, because you don't want to always be inviting something that is not
Exactly.
what you may want, yo. And like you said it perfectly, it's not you. It really is the fucking world around you, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, though,
But
you
it
have to do whatever
is
you
real.
can to protect yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
The world is around you. So
That's right.
There you go.
It
Yeah.
is, man.
Exactly. And then I think about stuff like what I call Cinderella syndrome, right? That you are looking for somebody to come and rescue for you from this horrible life that is being a woman, right? And most of the time, the person that you think is rescuing you is causing more of the problems because again, they see you even subconsciously as a victim, somebody I can fuck over, or and because we're nurturers, because we're take care of kind of people and all that stuff, we tend to attract those who want to be taken care of, right? But can't give that thing back when things should be more like you guys being able to give and take, right? It's partnership and all that, but there's a subconscious hierarchy, and again, it's rooted in patriarchy, right? Now, I personally don't think that patriarchy is a black person's thing. Like, I don't like that's a European, that's a white man thing. Or like Brian say, the white man, and all that. And I've done some research on it. It's like, yeah, because when Europeans, oh yeah, okay, because most societies that run well are matriarchal led, right? We've been fed lies about, that the man, because the man carries the seed, then you carry his last name, and like genetically, it's your mother that the mitochondrial DNA, right, is what carries the genes, right, and all that. Men contribute, it's in there or whatever, but like the bloodline is determined by the woman. And so some of the stuff that we are dealing with has to do with systems, right? Systemic stuff, right? And racism. Right. I'm just gonna be real, like racism, because if I can keep you at the bottom by any means fucking necessary, right? We talk all the time about how black women are the most educated and take away their professionalism. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we keep them at the bottom because they keep moving on up and shit like that? And so part of this, like what y'all already said, like it is the stop it. But in order to stop it, you have to recognize it, right? And that's what the conversations are about, to be able to have women and men alike recognize it, because y'all don't understand why we nurturing, even though you trying to help us out, right? Even though you doing things and all that. When I went to Minnesota, my boy was like, he came in, he had DoorDashed all day, he in there cooking and all that. Literally, my people pleasing ass, uh, divorce ass, from trauma from divorce ass. I'm sitting behind the computer just doing my work, and I'm looking at him in the kitchen, and I'm like, I bet he mad. Man, I should have went in there. And naturally, it was just natural. And I've been out of that kind of shit. Naturally, subconsciously, I started thinking about what I should have been doing, and he got to be upset about being in there cooking. And I didn't snap out of it till he brought me a fucking plate. He brought me a plate, and then I was like, oh shit. He's like, enjoy your food, finish working. Like, he liked cooking for me.
He lived by himself. You a guest. Take care of your guests.
Let me go work all day and then come home, and I know I was out all day, and then my wife is just home, and then I'm sitting here like, oh, wait a minute, nothing's cooked. That ain't man or woman. That's literally fucking respect. Like, damn, I was working.
But that's the whole thing, though. He didn't feel like that. That's my point. He didn't feel like that.
Yeah,
he didn't. And you saying, Fred, because I'm a guest. That's who he is, right? Yeah. He enjoys fucking cooking for me, right?
Yeah,
and it's one of his things, right?
Like that. My wife cooks more now because she a TikTok recipe crazy person now. But I used to cook all the time. It wasn't because I love to cook.
Right. Mm-hmm. But when you've been attached to somebody who don't do that, then you hoping you get somebody that will, but then you don't believe it's for real. So again, like, it's the repetition. Like Ashley said, we have to practice it. We have to practice it over and over.
Practice
just like
it.
we practice ourselves into it, we got to practice ourselves out of it. But if you don't know that the people pleasing that you're doing is self-abandonment, if you don't realize that staying in a relationship, even though, again, relationships, none of them are perfect, right? But when you're unhappy and you're not getting your needs met consistently, right? When you done had a conversation 500 times and nothing's changed, but you ain't walking away, right? That all of those things are self-abandonment, right? When I say yes, when I really don't want to, and I know I'm coming out of it very well now, because my daughters asked me about babysitting their friends' kids, and I said no with no problem. I smiled. I was like, yeah, nah, no thank you. I don't want that. Right? Whereas before, I either would have been hemming and hawing and like, well, maybe let me see if I could. And if I would have said no, I still would have felt guilty about it. So, but that comes from practice of saying no on a regular basis and choosing, I don't want to do it, so I'm going to say no. Because otherwise, afterward, I'm going to feel resentful. And often I don't catch it until I feel resentful. So it's not until the ill feelings show up that I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have did that. So it's just subconscious. And for me, the condition that come from my mama either was working or depressed, or drugging, because she was depressed and all that. And so I was taking care of kids. I was taking care of my siblings, right? And stuff like that. And because of that, I learned that I'm supposed to take care of the people, because nobody was taking care of me like that, So lots of conditioning, and you have to recondition. I ain't gonna say unconditioned. It's reconditioning, because you have to replace the old stuff with new stuff. But if you don't know you're doing it, they got 10,000 women that's like, I'm not gonna leave him because the kids. And in therapy, I'm like, so what you teaching the kids?
Right.
Because they still suffering. They're still suffering. Right? But she just abandoned herself on behalf of the husband, on behalf of the kids. I'm in a job that I could get another job, and I'm smart enough to get another job, and I got all the degrees necessary, but I'm going to just stay on this one because it's secure, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to reach any higher. I'm not going to work toward anything better and all that. A lot of that also comes from women not having enough voice. The 70s gave us voice. The 60s and 70s gave us voice. Angela Davis gave us voice, but we had to see that there had to be women that were bold enough to get out there and say the things and tell us the things and remind us of who we are and remind us, look, baby, if you stop doing what you're doing, this household gonna fall apart. Know your value and your work, right? So it's a lot of undoing of things that we have to do. But like you say, the first thing is to understand that you're doing it and the why,
Right.
and then you can recondition it.
And I think that the second thing that accept the consequence.
I like that.
And you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. I mean, when you look at anything in life, the only thing that stops me from knocking the shit out of somebody is the consequences of
Yeah.
knocking the shit out of
Shit out of
somebody.
somebody.
You know what I'm
Lord
saying?
knows.
And I think with any situation, like once you look at the worst case scenario and say, I'm willing to accept the worst case scenario, or I'm willing to understand that the worst case scenario is this, and I accept it.
Right.
Yeah, start choosing yourself, because choosing yourself doesn't mean everybody else is shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say
And
that again,
I
Brian.
think-
Say that again.
I think choosing yourself does not mean that you think everybody else is shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think ladies and well, we lady focused tonight, so I ain't mentioning men. So I think ladies do need to look at that, because when women say, "I'm gonna put myself first," what most men think, she's gonna get her nails done. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
We think
I
it's some
should've-
shit like
I
that.
should have downloaded my own damn TikTok for that one, because I mentioned that in one of my things. Like, we often
Really?
think that self-care looks like going spend money and getting the hair and nails done and
Right.
all that. Sitting in
Right.
quiet meditation is also self-care. Writing in your
Right,
journal is also
right,
self-care.
right.
That's what
You
I
know
was
what
saying
I'm
before. Like you think of worth in these weird ways of like
yeah.
they have to be, spoken forward for people to see. Like it literally could just be you in a room. Like, I'm going to watch these movies that I've been wanting to watch all week. It don't gotta be
Right.
anything.
Nigga, I've been doing that all the time.
I'm gonna shut it down because nobody's gonna die if I leave for 2 hours. They'll be fine. I'll
Right.
feel like doing
Yeah.
something for myself
Oh,
for a
man.
minute. I mean, that's all part of it.
Man, that was one of my first lessons in therapy too. I promise you. She was like, "Go take a bath, close the door." All I could think of is, this house is going to fall apart if
They're
I
gonna die. You
Nah.
just said they're not gonna die. We think
We
the
think
house
they're
is
gonna
on
die.
fire.
Yeah.
They're gonna die.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well,
And you got to be okay with whatever
let 'em
chaos
die.
is when you
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
Let 'em
Yeah.
die.
Let them die.
shit,
Tell
you
me.
can resurrect.
I
Your
said that
mother.
shit.
You can resurrect your kids.
Fuck it.
I remember when it was trending to be like, "Fuck them kids," I jumped right on that train.
Fuck
Oh
them
yeah,
kids. I
fuck
say it
them
now.
kids.
I always say it.
Oh, for real.
I tell yo,
Fuck
listen.
that kid.
There's times at night where I wake up like I'm one of them people. Like, I'm real paranoid, right? Like, especially at night, I'm one of them paranoid. I think somebody gonna sneak in this motherfucker, and I'm always I got weapons all over my room and shit,
Dang,
like
Brian.
Ninja Turtle. But
real?
at the end
Damn.
of the day, there's some
Call
nights
that
where I
nigga
wake
before
up.
you come to his house.
I'm telling you, listen. Listen. I got shit everywhere. I'm fucking the Punisher when he's smacking shit and guns is falling
Damn,
out.
that says a lot now.
Let me tell you something. But at the same time, I'm that paranoid, right? There's times where I'm just like, I'm like, man, fuck it, yo. I'll say this to myself so I can go to sleep. Man, fuck it. If somebody breaking here, everybody has dead. I'm going to sleep tonight.
Right. Yeah. You gotta do what you have to do.
I accept defeat.
Right.
don't give a
Because
fuck
the
either.
thing that's hindering your rest is the worst case scenario.
Scenario.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
sometimes you just have to let it go. Like I remember one time me and my wife was talking. We was talking about, like, I don't know, somebody jumping off a building or something. And this was years ago. I know if I bring it up to her, she's gonna say, I don't remember that,
Remember
because
that?
she do that. She do that. So, but and she was like, the first thing she said was, I bet that's a freeing feeling. I was like, you get it, because I bet it is. Now once the fall is over, that's your ass. But in that
Then
moment,
you'll deal with that situation. But
right,
Right.
you won't have to deal with it long.
That's true.
But that freeing moment in between, like, for real, that just let go thing. And I mean, I learned that dealing with a bunch of shit, and I felt like it was
Yeah.
too much shit at one time, and I was just like, you know
You have
what,
to throw
man?
your hands up. You
Yeah,
gotta
I was
do-
like, fuck it. I said, fuck it. It's gonna be.
Then
what
you
it
can
is.
breathe.
You know what's
Right.
this is some weird shit to, I don't know if anybody who wants to understand that feeling or anything like that. It's also a big thing with, like, fighting. Like, any kind of fighting you do, whether it's an argument or anything like that or whatever, there's sometimes where if you adjust, it don't even just got to be like whether it's if you're going to fight harder or you're going to stop fighting altogether. If you can just understand, like, listen, fuck it, man. Even if I'm wrong, even if I feel she's wrong,
it's letting go of being right.
fuck it. It's all right,
Right.
man. Let's just stop this shit. There's times where I be arguing and I'm like, man, I know I should just stop right now. But my pride and my ego, all that shit
Gotta
fight
get rid
the
of
real
that.
fight. to
Oh
the
yeah.
death.
But that's just keeping it real, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all that is. That's just
Yeah.
honesty. Yeah.
But you know you can stop this shit right now by just saying, hey, listen,
Yeah.
fuck it, man. Let me just stop. It's gonna go too far. So yeah, it's power in being passive or whatever. But damn.
I was back in the day. I used to watch Kung Fu Theater with David Carradine.
Yes,
He said,
I remember
line,
that.
like he was fighting this big dude, and he kept beating the big dude. And how he was beating him was when the dude would press on him, he let go. He let go of the pressure. He said sometimes you have to yield to gain the victory.
Ooh, that's
And I'm telling you, that's true in real life. Maybe the ladies
Stop watching some kung fu
think that
movies.
way.
There you go.
Yield,
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be
And
able to
gain
get
the
it from Kung
victory.
Fu.
huh?
No,
We won't be able to get it from Kung Fu like y'all.
no.
Damn,
Good Bruce Lee movie.
You know what?
Tony
Y'all
Stark.
need to simplify.
Y'all do need to. Oh, I was just about to say that. I think y'all
I done
make
got good
stuff
advice from
way too
Captain Kirk.
complicated.
do.
For real.
Reading the cereal box. Yeah, you listen. I
Right,
learned some
right.
life lessons.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
You know who I feel like lived like that? The jumping off the building type of thing all the time. And I know he didn't, but I just feel like when I was around, that was just his mentality. Percy Senior. I had a situation with kind of like it was a bill situation.
Percy
Shit was
Senior
just
is our
coming.
grandfather, y'all, because he act like it's just us on here.
I know. Like,
I was just rocking with the story. I was like,
I know.
Yeah, he was rocking with the story. I ain't had to get no context. But I'm sitting up here stressing, talking to him like, yeah, you got some money hanging on me. After I finished talking to him, he was like, when the bill due? Just like I'm sounding just like he was like
Calm, cool.
Monday. He said, what's the date? Tuesday. He said, your light still gonna be on when you get paid Friday? He's like, yeah. And you can't do nothing about it. You can't pay it today. Ain't nothing you can do about it today. Fuck it. Just wait till Friday.
That's it.
And he just made it sound so simple. And I'm like,
Because it was.
yeah, fuck it.
Right.
You know, I'm
And that's
stressing
what
over
we
this.
need to learn.
that's the thing that's
And-
fucked up though, because that's what you worried about. You still
Yeah.
gonna be in the dark though.
But he was right.
Accept the
I
goddamn
didn't-
consequence.
Yeah, you
I
Accept the
didn't-
consequence. Fuck that.
I
Light a
didn't
candle.
look at. I was so worried and stressed out over doing it today,
Yeah.
getting it done right now.
Right. But
Because-
today wasn't available.
The person I was with, is she who shall not be named,
The name.
Because y'all
Was
niggas
stre-
pick wrong.
was stressing.
Because we pick wrong.
Y'all pick wrong.
Anyway,
You too,
was-
Ashley.
Brian, you
I
act like
did,
you did the same
yeah.
thing.
was
Brian, don't act like
stressing
you haven't
me.
either.
Thank you.
Hey,
I
I
was,
came out
trying
of-
not to say that. I was trying to spare him. I was trying to
Yeah,
spare
you
him.
talking shit about everybody around here.
Your ass chose wrong too, motherfucker. But anyway, she was out. She was stressing me to get it done that day, right now. But like he said, ain't nothing you can do about it today.
Right.
Right.
So
You
she
got-
caused
you-
the pressure.
You got till Monday, and I kind of that was my life motto after that. Fuck it, if I couldn't get it done today,
It's not
we
going to
Well,
be done.
Fred's story proves two things. One thing, good advice. Fuck it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Fuck it.
absolutely.
Second thing is it shows that in some households, I ain't gonna say majority, definitely
Right, yeah,
not
'cause
gonna
we
say
don't get
all, but in
Yeah.
some households, the hierarchy person that makes the demands, where that pressure comes from, is not the man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that in majority of households, women do, when they say something like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do about these snakes in the yard?" That man feels now obligated to go out there and wrestle
there
a
and get them
fucking
fucking snakes.
anaconda.
Snakes, right.
Not
That's
be-
true.
And but the woman never said, "Go in the yard and
That's right.
wrestle an anaconda. All she gotta do is
Manipulation.
say, like, my wife could come in the kitchen and go, "Oh my God, I need to mop this floor." I feel like,
saying,
damn,
well,
I should have mopped that
Mop that
fucking
floor.
floor.
I'm trying to tell you
See,
all the
that's our
time.
conditioning
That
too,
is
Brittany,
real.
with us.
Yeah, yeah.
That is real.
So that conditioning mentality for real is across the board. While women are on the other side of the
Other side
river
of it,
in
yeah.
Metropolis, because as men we live in Gotham.
Right.
Fighting demons
While
and fucking rodents.
exactly.
You're so
While
right.
women are in Metropolis, y'all over there feeling like you know we got to get our self-worth and our self-value together. Whereas majority of things that are I'm talking about from physicalities and things like that. So I'm talking real surface, right?
Right.
That women complain about themselves, men absolutely don't. So we never get it, you know, and like, oh, like the gym scenario. It's like, oh, I'm fat here, I need to work out. That man like, nah, no you don't.
No, you don't.
Girl, that's
What you
shit.
doing?
My wife was talking about losing weight. I was talking about suing. I'm not gonna leave you, but I'm gonna press
But I'm
some
gonna
kind
sue.
of charges. Don't change nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You are changed.
So,
Yeah.
So is because I've always said, I was like, men are lucky because I be looking at some ugly ass niggas with some beautiful ass women, and
yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Damn.
And yeah, you know, I'm like, brothers are lucky. Did you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, what made her pick him? Nigga must have an awesome personality because he got in a Toyota Corolla. So I'm like, it can't be about money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really is like that shit though.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like for us, it's kind of it gets blurry. Like when we look at, and again, like I said earlier, when women talk about I need, you know, my self-worth and we start thinking, oh, you need a vacation, a girl's night out, go get your nails done. Like we think it's that. But it comes back to exactly what I said last Sunday, communication.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Communication. You feeling that way, we assuming what it is, but we don't get the deets. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the details or the understanding. It's not that every man just gonna pick up on it right away, but the same patience that you need is the same patience that we need to hear, because a lot of what you're saying, like a lot of what's been said tonight, I was like, damn, I never knew that. I never knew women felt that way. I never knew.
That's
women
why I wanted
thought
y'all
that
to be
way,
present.
You know?
I know y'all was
Yeah.
like, you can have a women's show.
Appreciate
but
it.
like,
Appreciate it.
I wanted y'all to be present because I think that's part of the.
Well, I would have learned
dynamic of-
anyway, because if it was a woman's show, I would have watched it. But if it was a woman's show, y'all just would have been on here like, fucking girl, fuck that nigga, fuck that nigga.
Me actually
Hopefully not.
No.
Sure would have been.
you know, out of all pieces, you know. But I think like part of our self abandonment condition, like I said, it comes from the patriarchy. But they are, like I said, us knowing that there are men who don't operate in that, right?
Right.
Having the conversations like this lets people know that, because again, if you're in the wrong algorithm on Instagram, you're gonna get all these fuck ass niggas that's talking shit. Then you think that's what the world looks like, but it doesn't. It doesn't. There are a lot of men who are
that's
like
good.
y'all.
That's good.
There are a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
But if
good.
you're caught in a certain algorithm, then you're going to see the bullshit that's there. So, and I said on another show before, you have to change your life algorithm and use y'all know how to change your algorithm. What you interact with and what you focus on and all that is what shows up on your feed. So the same thing for life. Whatever you feed, that's what grows. Right?
And that's so true. Because I remember during COVID, I watched like 3 videos of people dying of COVID. And then all of a sudden, my algorithm was just like, all kind of people dying everywhere from COVID.
Right.
I'm running around the fucking house
it's
like,
worse.
oh my
It's worse
God,
now.
people dying
It's worse
everywhere.
now.
Like but the way it shifted my algorithm on
did.
Facebook, it was like it was happening every minute,
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But
That's how it is.
it really wasn't.
Now with the algorithm, you know, and this shit changes by the fucking minutes.
Oh yeah, they
at this
change. Yeah,
point.
they try to change it up all the time. But
But-
they're trying to control it.
When you have you know, now it's like it's really in depth of when you're saying something, or when you're clicking on something, or when you stay on a page too long. So that's
Right.
why if you ever notice on social media now, when you're scrolling, your scrolls, when they do that refresh, once you get too far down the page, it continuously presents you the same shit.
Right.
And that's because, yeah, like you said, it's already been listening and hearing every discussion and conversation, and that's why you get them ads for the different burger joints or pizza. You just watch the Ninja Turtles. It's crazy that we are manipulated in that way. But at the same time, like how Chanel was saying, like, it's also crazy how much fucking influence is given to us and what we have around us, because a lot of times that's why people be winding up in bad situations also, because you hear about it, and as soon as you hear about it, like I said, and I'm a firm believer that fucking comparison is one of the biggest factors in how people make their decisions. Like, when you see something or you hear about your girl telling you something about they man, now you looking for them qualities in your man. Now, because you're looking for it, you finding it, and you finding something, even if it's not fully like it, you finding similarities in it.
If something's
That's
small,
why
then you make it big.
I'm telling you, because it's like everybody's riding off of what they think is the right thing, not just the right thing for them. So that's why you wind up making a lot of fucking mistakes in relationships and in your own life decisions. And then you wind up blaming the fucking planet, when in reality, you need to do things like self-meditate. Like, you need to take a shower by you don't need to go get your nails done to see what you're going to attract with this different fucking, it might feel good for you, but you're doing it for what purpose? Are you doing it to attract a different kind of, attention? Or are you doing it because, hey, look, I feel better when I get this done. It's personally for me. So I think the influence is what really gets people in a lot of trouble in these situations. Online too, the influence. You watching that motherfucker die from COVID. Now you seeing all this negative shit.
You seeing all these dead
I promise
people.
you. And I got caught up in that loop too. I woke up every morning and I used to get this email for the surrounding areas, and every morning it would have how many people had died from COVID. And I got caught up in that loop so horribly. And one day I had to wake up and just be like, stop doing that.
Yep. You know what
Stop
saved
looking for
me?
who died.
You know what saved me during COVID? Tiger King. I watched that shit,
damn.
and that shit was so ridiculous. That shit was so fucking ridiculous. It changed my whole perspective. I was like, hold up. Life is still stupid and dumb and fucking random.
As it ever
and
fucking
niggas
been.
ain't dying every 10 minutes from fucking COVID. And I hope this telework thing lasts. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
I got back on. I readjusted and then just got back on life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I was out there.
What, out there in the COVID?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was doing delivery. I was delivering at shit of all places, at Walgreens, CVS's, Family Dollars in the hood. Yeah.
You was in the trenches, cuz.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was out there. I was an essential worker, what they called us.
yeah.
But like you said, B, I started podcasting. I started doing all this shit that my kids started. I was able to, successfully learn how to homeschool my daughter. I fucking transitioned to work from home. I did so. I gained a lot.
You made
from
it work.
COVID.
You made all of it work. Yeah. I mean, and my business took off because of COVID. I started at just the right time, and then everybody needed therapy because then they had to be at home with their families that they didn't like.
There you go.
Right.
And all that. And so it just worked out that way. So I'm gonna throw a few little take a bite. Yeah.
That shit dope.
This is for the
Y'all don't have that on Beyond 11:30.
I got us all fucking master class.
I be practicing.
I use it. I don't give a fuck.
But this is for our audience, our rewatchers, all that stuff for you to think about. What did you learn that you had to be in order to be loved? Whose voice do you hear when you decide you are not enough? And if you stopped proving your worth tomorrow, what relationships would change? That's a big one too. Because the relationships are going to change when you start choosing yourself. Absolutely will.
Ashley.
You want me to answer?
Yeah, you going first. Y'all guess. We live here.
Well, I'm just saying for any viewing audience, their guests, if they want to answer, they can.
For me, I'll choose the relationship with my worth. Um, it has affected my job. I am trying to say goodbye because I do not feel like I am being seen for my true worth. My relationship with my partner, I am constantly saying what my worth is and what I will and will not tolerate. But hearing the men's perspective of how they're in Gotham and we're in Metropolis, I think I put that nigga in Gotham a lot more than I realized.
Right.
There you go. Influence,
y'all,
see?
For these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
y'all got Superman. We got a nigga that's gonna beat our ass if we jaywalk across.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna go downstairs and use that. Do you feel like I put you in Gotham? Because I apologize. That's not that's not what I'm trying to do when
Right.
I am conveying my worth. But it really affects everything. I've had to put my worth in one of my best friends, a situation I was not comfortable with her partner. I was just like, I'm not gonna be around that. And if that's who you are with, that's fine. But I will not be a participant in those type of activities. So it took me a long time to realize what my worth was. I had to practice. I had to realize, am I looking for my worth outside of myself or does it come within? And I had to practice the different ways. But I think I'm in a good sweet spot until I heard about the Gotham. So
Like, you have to
circle
go
back.
reevaluate some
Metropolis.
things.
Y'all good.
Y'all got Superman.
Y'all got Superman. We got Batman though. You know.
No. I like Batman, so I'm gonna use Gotham because it's very
across the river.
Yeah.
I feel that. Absolutely. Did you want to tackle any of them, Brian? Any of those?
I didn't hear him.
Not you,
Yeah.
the other
Not
Brian.
you, the other Brian.
B.
Listen,
Right.
personally, I feel like I don't know if I like you said use your if you started using your own worth or you found your own worth and you who would it drive away? Because I think I already did that shit
Oh yeah,
because
I'm pretty sure.
there's a lot
And
of
I
people
think y'all
that
do it a lot quicker than we do.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, like Brian said earlier, like if you don't like who I am, then kick rocks. Like it is just what it is.
With no
And
socks.
also doing that, like I also learned that I was kind of ignorant for that in some areas. So it did teach me, like, listen, you can't just think that you just gonna be this entitled fucking asshole and just walk around and your shit don't never stink. Like you have to learn to take criticism. You have to see, if you want to be honest with how people are seeing you or giving you feedback. You want to try to maybe entertain it a little bit. So I had to learn that too. I had to learn how to kind of maybe lower some of my confidence so I can start to change in ways that I needed to get better, especially being married and in a relationship. And I'm still doing that. There's no doubt about that. Like every day. I tell my wife to her face, I don't know how the fuck you tame my ass to begin with, but it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, and we have our issues and our problems. And like I said, she's very accepting. But she also listen. don't get it twisted, motherfucker. She'll come out. It's a shit Gotham and Metropolis. She coming in, motherfucking. You need both of them, motherfuckers. But it's like I'm learning from it and I'm growing from it because now I don't just gotta be the power. Like now I can learn to be like, all right, I gotta calm down. I have to lower myself a little bit so that she can be good. I have to be humble. I have, situations like that. So that's where I'm learning worth in a lot of areas, like how to work with somebody correctively. Also understanding the fact that, listen, you said it before, I think, Chanel, like people really do have to understand when you're dealing with somebody. Let me tell you something, whether it's some shit that's been passed on or some shit you just learned yesterday, it is fucking work. And there's going to be so much stuff that you're going to have. And this is just in 8 years of a marriage. Like it's going to be so much stuff that you're going to learn and you're going to experience, and you're going to hate probably for the rest of your life that that person does. But there's also going to be a lot of love that you love, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
always going to be trying to compare. Hey, listen, is this good enough? Is this right? Is he giving me orgasms? Is he responsible for that shit? Is he
Right.
cooking for me? Is he?
Mhm.
And you're going to find what makes you keep staying. And it
Exactly.
isn't just because you weak. It isn't just because you used to it. It's going to be because, listen, this provides the kind of lifestyle that I need for what I want, and whether I got kids or not. And I think that that's like the lesson that you get when you in relationships nowadays, man. You have to know what is good for you. There's no direct message, man. It's just how it works, I think.
Right. And
So,
I'm glad you mentioned that too, because and even saying what you said, like I spent those 10 years because I didn't know my own body. Right. And once I learned my body, I was able to help the people, right, and all that, and I was able to communicate. This is what I need, and all that kind of stuff. Because it's not just on the other person, right? It's two parties involved. I do need somebody to have interest, though.
yeah,
I need
for
somebody
sure.
that is interested in pleasing me, and so I no longer will self abandon to that extent. Like, okay, well, if I tell you the things and I show you what to touch, and you still not doing nothing, then okay, well, this ain't gonna work out, right? Because you don't care about my needs as much as I care about yours and mine, right? And all that. So that's good stuff, though. That's real good stuff. We're gonna make a quick pause for a mental health moment because Fred said I got to get my mental health moments in. Um, so um, underneath all this, like we talked about low self worth and low self esteem not being the exact same thing. And well, I gotta show you my graphic because I'm proud of my graphics. But
They
it could
are
be
nice.
trauma. It could be trauma adaptation. It could be learned behavior, chronic invalidation, discrimination, which we deal with a lot, attachment wounds, survival strategy. The key is not to operate in the shame of the thing and surround yourself with people who don't allow you to operate in any shame. Um, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing inherently wrong with you just because you don't match up with other people and other things. And like Brian said, like the comparison issue is a problem, right? Me and Ashley had talked before about like no matter what you're looking at on the other end, you don't know their story and you don't know what they had
Right.
to do to get to where they at. You know, you on page 5, they on page 45, and you trying to compare you to them and all that. You don't know what their life was like before now, right? We all have different starting lines. We all have different journeys to take and different things to work on. But Brian made a very good point that you have to be open to grow and open to learn, um, being able to adapt without putting yourself to be the last person, right? You should never be last. One reason I recognize that, and I think this again, I think this happens with both parties, with male and female alike, that we're taught don't be selfish. When you're
Hmm.
little, don't be selfish. Share your toys. Share your things. Just, sometimes you don't want to share your fucking toy. It's my toy. Play with that over there. I want to play with this because it's mine and I can keep it. When I'm ready to share it, I'll share it. Right. And I think that negative connotation that was attached to us even as little people, we took that right into adulthood, especially as women, as nurturers, that you're supposed to be taking care of. They tell us all the time, which we're gonna talk about next week. Your children come first. I come first because I ain't my children ain't shit if I don't take care of me. Period. You
Facts.
know, so
Facts.
you have to put yourself before everything else. The way I try to help people to understand the difference is I say selfish is fine, selfish is great. That means you are taking care of yourself before everybody else. Self-serving is a whole different thing. That means I'm willing to step on you in order to get my needs or wants met,
That's
right?
true.
And that's a whole different ball game. But they treat selfishness like self-servingness, and there's a
Yep.
clear difference there.
That's
There's a
right.
clear
And I
difference
think
there.
definition definitely fucking matters. And that's something that is getting blurred a lot now in conversation where people are abusing the way that they're, explaining things and kind of hiding behind terminology so it works for them or benefits them. Because like you just said, you saying selfish, kids is taught, like you said, they share your toys. You don't got to share all your toys, but you need to learn how to share because you're a kid. That's my job to teach you. But when you get older, if you're just stuck and you're like, well, I never learned how to fucking, how to decipher when and how to do that.
Yeah.
Now you fucked. You know what I'm saying? You lost a whole part of the class.
Right.
But like you said, being selfish is one thing, but self-serving is incredibly different, yo.
Right.
Right.
And if you're gonna use a word like selfish to describe me, and I'm like, nigga, I ain't fucking selfish, and I'm saying it confidently and proudly, and you're saying, how do you know? What do you? No, I know. I know it's hard to fucking self-acknowledge yourself, but I know because I do this and I do that and I care this and I care that. And if you don't see that, then you don't need to fucking be with me. That's how confident I am. So it's like, yeah, that was real right there.
Thank you. I'm glad you like that.
Yeah,
that
I
was
felt that
my
shit.
mental health moment and all that. So solutions, we've already started talking about solutions and how to fix the things and all that. Communication is always going to be one of our biggest things. And understanding where the shit comes from. If you're not aware, because we gotta be conscious and aware. If we're not aware, then we can't fix what we're unaware of, right? That leads me right on into the fact that, ladies, we're having a retreat on the 27th of this month, and it is called Me First. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We got sound. Y'all got sound effects on Beyond 11:30.
He keep comparing podcasts. He keep doing that. I think they do. I don't know. So the women's retreat, Me First, is going to be in Seguin, Texas, 10:30 to 6. We're going to go through a lot of different activities. We're going to learn about self-abandonment, how we self-abandon in every area of life and different parts of our body and where we hold that junk at. And we're going to do different things to help you release it. And we're sending you home with stuff that's going to help you continue to practice it. Because if you don't practice it, it don't make no sense.
Practice.
Right?
Without practice, you can't be perfect.
You
Come
can't
on,
do it.
ladies.
You can't do it. So if you would like to find out more information about that, or you're just inquisitive, right? You know what I'm saying? You can leave a comment. Put Me First in the comment section. I'll send you all the good stuff. Everything will start going mad crazy tomorrow because we'll be putting all the advertisements out and all that kind of stuff. Ashley is actually going to be a presenter at this event.
Go, Ashley.
I am.
We gonna encourage you.
Yeah, she's going to encourage you. She's going to encourage you. So if you want to see more of Ashley and more of myself, outside of podcasts and stuff, I'm the same way everywhere. I'm just telling y'all, this how I am in therapy. This how I am everywhere, okay? But if you are interested in that and you want to know more, you want to keep having this conversation, you don't want to be always in Gotham or keep your man in Gotham or Metropolis,
And DC and Marvel.
Come to the retreat. Let's learn more about ourselves, and so that we can stop self-abandoning, because you deserve to take care of yourself, right?
Yes.
It's okay.
Let
Very
me
good.
get your hand clap. Let me get your hand clap. Let me hit that damn button.
So anybody have any final thoughts?
Y'all get your shit together. No. Look, at the end of the day, everything is a people thing. And as a people, it takes communication, conversation, and listen to what's real. Don't just listen to what's popular to listen to. At one time, we can name 150 things that were popular to say and popular to do from the 1919s to yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And most of those things are not even valid today because life continues to change. So people continue to change. Your value is based in how you see yourself, not how somebody else says you look.
That's right.
So get focused on that. Be your biggest fan. That does not negate the people around you. That just gives you a piece of the focus too.
I'm putting that in a clip.
You better put it in a clip. Clip that shit.
Clip that shit.
That's true.
Anybody
Though.
else got thoughts?
Hey, I want to say thank you guys for having me on. I think I've been on here before with you guys talking about stuff.
Yeah, we had the men's show, man.
That's
that
right.
was a
We had the
turn
men's
up,
show.
boy. That was a turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. Now the men's show. Now I'm on a women's show. So yeah,
I know, right?
But yeah.
Brian
Appreciate
is
you guys
everywhere.
having me
He's
on.
everywhere. He's everywhere.
I'm trying to be.
Remember, we're conscious, we're aware, we stay prepared, and we ain't never, ever scared. Yes. That's you, Fred.
That's me. Wow.
That's
Just follow us on all social media platforms. Don't forget to like, share this podcast to somebody who needs this. And I know some people out there, y'all know who need to hear
A
this.
lot of people need this. Stop
Share
playing.
it to
A
them.
lot.
Share it. Don't just share the cat playing the piano clip. Share this. Comment, please comment. Good, bad comments. We love them all. And we will respond back to you. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything.
All done, Fred? Yes.
Yes, I'm all done.
All right, yeah.
Y'all all have your own opinion, and we definitely not here to change your mind. We just here to make you think. The choice is always yours.
Absolutely. And remember, we have RX Aftercare. No, I have not done a whole bunch of episodes, but I'm working on it, people. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing what I can, all right? But
That aftercare is good.
the aftercare is good. You know what I'm saying? So tune into our aftercare where we do a little recap and give you some resources, recommendations, responses, reflections of revolution, and maybe a little reality check. And we all about that reprogramming and such. So that being said, everybody have a good week. And what you gonna tell
Wait,
them, Brian?
I want to say something.
What you want to say?
Please catch the Beyond 1130 podcast with my man Brian B. Dre on wheels and Harley, your imaginary best friend. I'm telling you, it's my second best favorite
Don't forget your own
podcast
co-host.
to
I am
watch.
on that. I'm a regular on there too. You ain't even mention my name.
So
I'm talking about, you moonlighting. Really, you moonlighting.
Yes, I
And
am.
Chanel,
Yes, I
no
am.
BS. No bullshit back T. She's on there as well. But
Gotta
please,
have
everybody,
everything.
check them out. I'm telling you, it's a good time over there every time. I'm a subscriber. Your ass better subscribe to us. Speaking to all our 126 subscribers that we have here.
Thank y'all. Everybody.
Thank you,
subscribe.
You know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying? We
Let's
love
go,
y'all,
let's go.
man. We love y'all.
Right. Absolutely.
Real
Ashley,
quick. B, you back to doing everything? Or you just everything? All right.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Tell 'em where to
definitely
find
back.
you at,
Yeah, man. We back at it Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If you jump on YouTube, the Beeline Entertainment LLC. A little bit of everything. Tuesday nights, we got the Beeline Web Show. We talking straight to the point, situational facts, whatever you want to talk about, topics, hot topics. Then we got straight through the ropes wrestle talk. If you're a wrestling fan, pro wrestling, WWE, AEW, ECW, New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor, whatever you watching, we watching it. And then you got the Beeline Entertainment Thursday nights. These are all 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, baby. With it's me, Brian B, and your man Kyle E. Top fives, we got watch lists, we do it all, yo. But we
I
back.
love it. And I can see how much you love it, my brother.
I know you loving it too, but we
Yeah,
see
this
the
is my
love. I
life,
see
yo.
that love. I see
is
you,
life.
brother.
Oh yeah.
And I'll give a little shout out to all our people that was in the audience today. Four-letter word cards rocks. We had Sick Fellas Network, and I think that was the only two. But Sick Fellas Network, I'm gonna let his comment go out because we missed one. But it was fire for the end. It's not the flower, it's the soil.
Because my
nephew
children
is
are
deep.
My
nephew
children
is
are
deep.
deep, baby.
They
That's
did.
deep right there.
All right, well, y'all have a good week. We're going to see y'all next week. We got another woman's topic. The fellas might not be here unless they just want to be because I invite everybody. But I think they deserve to take a break because they've been working real hard. You know what I'm saying?
You know, these latest
Last
topics.
season I had a couple of them, right? I know. It's intense, baby. It's intense.
It
You
is
know what I'm saying?
intense.
I say we're not complicated, but we are complex. I tell you that much.
I like that.
So
Put that
in
on
the
there.
meantime,
I like that.
Brian, you want to give the sign off since you want to say it all the time now?
Don't let nobody bullshit y'all this week. Stay positive, stay woke, stay prepared, y'all. Peace out.
Bet. Peace.